Jamie sat quietly on the sun-warmed bench in his backyard, his eyes closed as he focused on the symphony of sounds around him. Each one felt like a marker, a gentle nudge, guiding him to different parts of his surroundings. The soft rustle of the wind brushing through the leaves above, the chirp of crickets announcing dusk, and the soothing hum of distant traffic all played their part in forming his mental map of the world. They all sounded different, and that's how Jamie knew exactly where he was. Today, though, there was one sound he longed to hear but never would again, the voice of his old friend, Eduardo Xol. The voice that always seemed to light up the room, as warm and comforting as the waters Eduardo had loved to feature in his designs. Jamie's heart ached as he thought of his friend, who had passed away just days after a brutal attack that still seemed unfathomable. Eduardo had been more than a co-worker on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. He was the soul of their crew, bringing passion, creativity, and an infectious positivity to everything he touched. From his masterful designs to the heartfelt way he connected with the families they helped, Eduardo had left a lasting impression on all who knew him. As Jamie recalled, Eduardo had once said, "Each sound tells a story, and the story isn't complete until you listen to it all." It was tragic that Eduardo's own story had been cut short. The details were horrific. Stabbed in Palm Springs, where he had been working on a new project, his life stolen in a moment of violence. Law enforcement had arrested a suspect, but the arrest did little to soothe the collective heartache that swept across the people who had loved and admired him. The last time Jamie saw Eduardo, they had been deep into a discussion about one of Eduardo's favorite topics, water features. He could hear Eduardo's excitement as he described a new fountain design he was working on. "I want the water to flow out, spill over, make that gentle cascading sound, like life is just spilling over with energy, you know?" Eduardo had said, his hands moving animatedly as he painted the picture in Jamie's mind. "It'll be beautiful. Different sounds, all creating this perfect harmony." The family they were designing for had been just as active as Eduardo, always outside, always moving. He had designed a perfect outdoor space for them, an area that merged seamlessly with nature, where they could laugh, dine, and entertain friends by the glow of a fireplace. That had been Eduardo's magic. He didn't just build houses, he built homes, spaces filled with love, warmth, and life. The news of Eduardo's death hit Jamie hard. He wasn't the only one. The world of television and design mourned his passing deeply. But it was his family, broken by their loss, who carried the heaviest burden. His kindness touched the lives of so many, they had said in a public statement, and Jamie knew it was true.